I was 22 when I first said the words that shaped my life. I'll start tomorrow. It sounded harmless at the time, just one more day, just a little more time, just until I felt ready. Now I am 82 and I finally understand that tomorrow is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. Back then, I had dreams, real ones. I wanted to start a small business, travel, tell someone I loved them, and become someone I could be proud of. But every time the moment to act arrived, fear sat beside me like an old friend. It whispered, "What if you fail? What will people think? What if you're not good enough?" So I waited. The problem is, life does not wait with you. I kept convincing myself that life would begin later, after I felt confident or prepared. Years passed quietly, not in big dramatic scenes, but in small everyday decisions where I chose comfort over courage and excuses over effort. You don't notice it happening while it happens. You blink and you are 30. You blink again and you are 45. One day you look in the mirror and the face looking back is older than you feel inside. There was never a single day when I decided to give up on my dreams. They simply faded because I kept saying, "Not yet." I watched other people doing the very things I wanted to do. They weren't smarter or more talented than me. Many of them were just as afraid. The only difference was that they moved anyway. I believed confidence comes before action, but life works the other way around. Action builds confidence. Waiting destroys it. There was a girl I loved deeply. We laughed easily and talked for hours, and I could imagine a whole future with her. But I never told her how I truly felt because I kept waiting for the right moment. Let me tell you something. There is no right moment. There is only the moment you choose to speak. One day she walked away, not because she stopped caring, but because life kept moving and I didn't. Years later, I sat alone in my quiet kitchen and finally understood that silence is also a decision. Not choosing is still choosing. I worked jobs that drained me and stayed in places that didn't feel like home. I thought I was being safe, but safety slowly turned into regret. People assume the greatest pain in old age is a weak body. They're wrong. The deepest pain is the life you did not live, the words you didn't say, the risks you didn't take, the love you withheld, the path you were too afraid to walk. I once believed failure was the worst outcome. It isn't. The worst outcome is realizing you never even tried. Fear doesn't disappear as you age. I am 82 and fear still visits me. The only difference now is that I no longer let it drive my life. When I was young, I waited for courage to magically appear, but courage is created by action. You speak even when your voice shakes. You begin even when you feel unprepared. You keep walking even when the road ahead is unclear. Eventually, you discover you were capable all along. Think for a moment about the life you truly want, not the life others expect from you, but your own. Ask yourself what is really stopping you. Most of the time, it isn't money or time. It is the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you can do. My story was, "I'm not ready yet." That story cost me decades. One day the noise of life fades, work ends, people move on, and the world forgets your name. You are left alone with yourself, and only one question remains. Did I actually live, or did I just think about living? If you are listening to me now, I don't want you to repeat my mistakes. Start before you feel ready. Say how you feel. Apply for the opportunity. Create the thing you keep imagining. Tell them you love them. Change your life if it doesn't feel like yours. Time will pass anyway. People will judge you anyway. You will grow older no matter what you do. So grow older becoming someone you respect. I believed I was playing life safe, but I was only making it smaller. Security is not the same thing as fulfillment. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am asking you to stop living as if you have another lifetime waiting somewhere. Youth feels endless until suddenly it isn't. You think you have plenty of time until you are sitting in a quiet house surrounded by memories instead of possibilities. One day someone else will sit where you are now with your dreams, your fears, your excuses. The older version of you already knows exactly what to say. Start now. Not when things are perfect, not when you have it all figured out, not when you finally feel brave. Start now. Life is not something that begins later. It is happening right now while you hesitate. The future version of you will either thank you for today or carry the weight of regret for years. My time is nearly over. Yours is just beginning. Make it count. Don't wait for tomorrow the way I did, because eventually there are no tomorrows left. Only the question, what did I do with the time I had? I hope with all my heart that your answer will be different from mine. I was 22 when I first said the words that shaped my life. I'll start tomorrow. It sounded harmless at the time, just one more day, just a little more time, just until I felt ready. Now I am 82 and I finally understand that tomorrow is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. Back then, I had dreams, real ones. I wanted to start a small business, travel, tell someone I loved them, and become someone I could be proud of. But every time the moment to act arrived, fear sat beside me like an old friend. It whispered, what if you fail? What will people think? What if you're not good enough? So I waited. The problem is, life does not wait with you. I kept convincing myself that life would begin later, after I felt confident or prepared. Years passed quietly, not in big dramatic scenes, but in small everyday decisions where I chose comfort over courage and excuses over effort.